pockets are full.
Certain Prizrak in this area of the facility arm themselves with gas grenades. The effect will knock its targets unconscious. Sweet dreams.
Welcome to my domain. What are you buying? Come back anytime.
Hello, Morning Bell staff. This is Quinn Derringer. Security Mandate 714 requires the installation of a confinement room in your offices. The Prizrak need to expand their footprint in Terminus prior to the arrival. Pardon our progress this week as we take a few measurements and knock down a few walls. Please consider this a friendly merger and not a hostile takeover.
Fellow citizens, it is morning in Metamorphosis. Bells are sounding, awakening us to a new dawn, a new era. For this reason, we must approach the day with fresh blood, bold thinking, and a return to the unbridled optimism for which we are now famous the world over. Our nation's paper of record, the Evening Standard, served us well in our early years. But lately it cries out for recalibration, rebranding. We have decided on a new name. And with that new name comes a new face. I think you'll agree there is nothing standard about the woman standing next to me. And so without further ado, please welcome our new editor-in-chief of the Morning Bell, the exquisite Matilda Sade.
Thank you, Headmaster. And please, call me Matty.
No more toothless headlines about board meetings and strategy seminars. Find me something that won't put our readers to sleep. Go on, get out there. A good story doesn't just waltz through the office door and into the headlines. Now, I have a tough obit to write tonight, so if you'll excuse me, I'm going to crawl inside a bottle for a few hours.
Prizrak checking in.
bomb. Terrorists almost certainly planted explosives inside Metamorphosis. That's a bloody good headline. Too bad we'll never use it. If you tell someone there's a monster under their bed, they'll check for it every night before they fall asleep. But if you tell someone there's a bomb in their wall, they'll rip the whole house apart looking for it. We're not in the business of printing the truth. We're in the business of suppressing a national panic attack. Take these printed copies up to the librarian. Let him line the bottom of his bird cage with them.
Nothing.
I'll check his pockets.
Place is quiet.
Got it.
When game designers sit down and think about what sort of game they should design for mobile, I bet many dream up something similar to 10 million, a bite-sized dungeon crawler with RPG mechanics and an addictive 3-minute gameplay loop. Credit goes to designer Luca Redwood for actually realizing his vision and building the quintessential mobile dungeon crawler. Most of us just stop at the dreaming part.
I don't know which dodgy back-alley journalism school you purchased your press credentials from, Parker, but you must have caught ill the day they explained how a newspaper layout should look, if they ever explained it at all. This collage you left on my desk looks like it was slapped together by a blind child. You left no room for inserts, adverts, ears, or bleed. You know the problem with you, Parker? You're so caught up with the substance, you forget that above all, it needs to look pretty!
Be taking this.
Solov argues against nothing to hide and disastrously fails to prepare his reader for the truth. Everyone has something to hide. Who can seriously defend privacy in a world defined by social media, populated by busybodies who voluntarily post their lives online, drawn like zombies to link bait their favorite alternative news site? We need a Republique to become the information-gathering sentinel of history. We fight against those like Solov, who would ruin history for the right to watch pornography without accountability.
Screwdriver.
Apparently Zega's death video has disappeared. This coming from my source in the Prisrac. More likely they just didn't care for the ending, so they're doing reshoots. As you know, in this day and age, nothing's ever truly gone.
track down the unedited version. I would love to compare it to Herr Director's cut.
A Zager cassette. Okay, vent. Oh, the screwdriver broke. A Zager room. Oh, it really smells in here. I'm surprised the morning Bell staff never noticed. I can't carry anymore. That's more than I can carry.
A subject near to Zager's heart. He wrote about this very issue in the Poisoned Manifesto. As with everything, Zager saw it as a government cover-up in need of undressing. Zager kept lists like this one, to determine where citizens in Metamorphosis stood in case a revolution broke out. I guess I should be relieved he put me on the good side. That would be Derringer's personal office chair. When it went missing, Derringer immediately blamed me. I guess we can close the book on that mystery now. However, the mystery of how Zager got it through the vent remains unsolved.
No qualms about winding up on the wrong end of a gun. We all go someday. What scares me is what they do to me after I'm dead. Maybe they leave my body intact, make an open casket martyr out of me. That ain't likely. See, I think the chances are that they're going to cremate me and burn me like a stack of banned books. And then they'll take the propaganda machine out for a victory lap and scatter my ashes like so much confetti in a ticker tape parade. Because who doesn't love a parade, right? Who doesn't love a parade? Well, I don't. Listen, kids, I don't know what Treglazov has in store for you, but whatever he gives you going forward is too little, too late. Because he's already taken the best of you. He's taken your identity.